Oh my god. I gotta call my brother. I gotta call my housekeeper. I gotta call my lawyer. Forget my lawyer. I also have to review Independence Day. So much like the way the movie Independence Day goes down when forces unite to take down an alien invasion, me and my pal Chris Stuckmann are going to come together to review this movie. So you're going to get 2 reviews for the same movie. Okay, so the big summer action flick Independence Day where aliens come to Earth and Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum have to save the day. Now let me give you my quick backstory about Independence Day. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the summer of 1996. Me and my stepdad went to the movie theater. There was a bucket of popcorn between both of us. I had a cherry Pepsi. I don't remember what he had. And when I was watching this movie up on the big screen, I was just blown away. You know, they had all these big special effects, but the great thing about the special effects in Independence Day is it was a mid-1990s movie, and they didn't completely rely on CGI yet. It wasn't quite up to par, so they had to do all these practical effects and old school effects, and they blended them all together so well in this movie, and that's something that always stood out to me. You're talking about line of sight, because in Independence Day, we have special effects and miniatures that craftsmen put together and actually brought the magic of filmmaking to life. We didn't rely on computers to do a sloppy mess. What you're talking about is a virus. We go into the alien spacecraft and we essentially give it the cold. Yeah. Okay, that's my Jeff Goldblum impression. It went on a little bit too long. Anyway, speaking of Jeff Goldblum is one of the main stars of this movie, and Jeff Goldblum has such a screen presence about him. I just really like the guy. You know, he has bizarre, weird speech patterns, but I like that. That's what makes him stand out in this movie. And that's something to say about this movie. Everyone in this movie, though they're cliched at times, and they're a little bit one-dimensional, they're all likable and memorable, too. And that says something about the movie Independence Day, because the movie has all these over-the-top, zany, comedic moments, but they blend them so well in this summer blockbuster action movie that you really buy into it. It doesn't come across as overly cliche, even though that's what it is, but it blends all these things together so well you just buy into it. In this movie, Jeff Goldblum's character plays like the technology expert guy. He's the one who figures out everything the aliens are going to do before they do it. The movie also stars the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, and this is one of his first movies that really skyrocketed him into being that summer action hero. So Will Smith's character in this movie plays an Air Force pilot who also is dating a stripper. Yeah, for some odd reason his girlfriend's still stripping, even though it doesn't seem necessary, but maybe she just likes to dance, I don't know. But you gotta love Will Smith in the movie. Welcome to Earth. And that's just one of the many one-liners that this movie contains, and there's something about this movie. This movie gets away with a lot of things. If you broke any one of these things off, you'd be like, that's stupid. But when you throw it all together in that Independence Day movie, it's just like, yeah, that's pretty cool and entertaining. The movie also stars Randy Quaid as a drunk crop duster. I've said enough. The basic premise of Independence Day is you have all these different storylines going on throughout the movie, and at the end of the movie, they all kind of converged into one to defeat the aliens. We are going to live on. We are going to survive. Today is our Independence Day. That's my Bill Pullman impression, who plays the president in the movie. So Independence Day, is it big? Is it stupid? Is it over the top? Does it have several script issues that just don't make any sense, and things that you really have to stretch your imagination to even buy into? Yeah, but is it a fun time? Is it a big, epic action popcorn movie that really delivers on that entertaining factor and you just get immersed into the movie? Well, for me it is. And because of that, and because it's one of my childhood classics, I guess you could say, I'm going to give Independence Day an A-. Okay, so that's my take on Independence Day. And by the way, speaking of alien invasions, in about a week or so, my good pal Chris Stuckmann is going to be stopping by. We're going to be doing some collab projects. And by collab projects, I mean running around in my basement wearing Batman masks, screaming like little girls, and then we watch over the top on Blu-ray. So anyway, guys, here's his movie review for Independence Day.
Thank you, John. You make me feel sad about my body every day. That's why I'm going to the gym. So in a way, I guess I really should thank you. Thank you. Well, guys, there really is no other day to be reviewing a movie like Independence Day because it's Independence Day. So let's talk about Independence Day. Independence Day came out in 1996, and for people my age back then, it was pretty much the next Star Wars. I mean, for kids at that time, it was the greatest thing ever made. Now it's sort of like this awesomely fun 90s thing that you're sort of nostalgic about, and you feel like, yeah, I remember the good old days of Independence Day. And Stargate definitely helped Roland Emmerich get more attention, but this is really the movie that put him on the map. And then he made Godzilla. But this movie stars Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, and these guys essentially are dealing with the alien apocalypse. Aliens are going all over the world, giant ships are evaporating all of the cities, and we got Jeff Goldblum as the smart guy who uses computers to try to figure out what's going on. Will Smith is the more badass type who wants to get in there and get it done and blast them, you know. Welcome to Earth. Now that was a close encounter. And Bill Pullman is the president. That's right. Bill Pullman is the president of the United States. It's pretty awesome, actually. And it kind of was one of the first movies that started that big, fun summer action thing that combined extreme patriotism with a lot of explosions. It was like Roland Emmerich kind of started the whole Michael Bay trend that eventually went through Armageddon and Deep Impact and all the big summer fun movies where mankind has to come together to try to survive an event. And then at the end, it's like, yes, patriotism is so amazing. But this movie had a fun vibe to it, and it's not just the nostalgia. Like, Jeff Goldblum in this movie was awesome. Jeff Goldblum in the 90s was Jeff Goldblum in the 90s. He was Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park, and here he is in Independence Day, rocking the hair, rocking the glasses, doing all the Jeff Goldblumisms. I give it a cold. The only thing missing from Independence Day was Will Smith doing a rap song during the ending credits. That would have made it the absolute best movie ever made. Don't get me wrong, I recognize that Independence Day is a very cheesy movie and it's filled with your classic 90s cheese and the big Bill Pullman speech. Today will be our Independence Day. The dog running away from the explosions and surviving, and the little kid who likes his dad and he just wants to see the fireworks, and there's fireworks at the end, yay! It's all very cheesy, but entertaining because this movie actually understands that. You can actually tell that as the movie progresses, you can really see that they're not trying to go overly serious. This film is cheesy, fun, guilty pleasure, summer entertainment from start to finish. That's one of the reasons why it still works for me today as an adult, because I've actually watched a lot of films as an adult that I loved as a kid nowadays, and I don't like them anymore. It's not just the novelty of the fact that it came out when I was younger. It does understand what it's trying to do, and it does it pretty well. For its time, the special effects were incredible. Nowadays, some of it does look dated, but it's really the characters of Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, particularly for me anyway, Goldblum, that make this movie more entertaining to watch. And Bill Pullman's a fun president. You know, you get that scene where he goes to Area 51. He didn't actually know Area 51 existed, but now he's in Area 51, and Data's down there in Area 51, and he loves these creatures so much, and Bill Pullman's like, you know, one of these creatures destroyed an entire population. Why are you making fun of this event? There's creatures everywhere killing people. I'm the President of the United States, damn it. That was my Bill Pullman impression. But like I said, Jeff Goldblum continuously makes this movie awesome for me because he treated it as serious as you really could take it. Like, he was taking the material seriously. Yeah, he's got all of his little Jeff Goldblumisms in there, which makes it even better. But he really took his character seriously, and I like that about him. You know that early scene when this guy is chasing him? David! Oh, I have to call my mother! Oh, I have to call my lawyer! Oh, forget my lawyer! Like... Like, it'd be really hard to take that seriously when you're Jeff Goldblum. You're like, I'm this serious actor, and this guy's following me around. Oh my God, David! David! And it's fun to watch Will Smith and the pilots go after the big UFO mothership and try to take it out. It's a lot of fun. This movie's fun, but like I said, it recognizes itself for what it is, and so for that reason, I'm still able to relish it as an adult. Independence Day for me is still a fun science fiction movie. It's a big, messy, loud, bloated adventure, but in all the right ways, in my opinion. I'm gonna give Independence Day an A-.